Yo, what's up everyone? This is Yogi. This is my 2022 Ducati Monster 937. Today I'm going to be installing a few things, some of which are... oh shit. Is this MWR filter, which just completely fell out. So it comes with the pre-oiled filter. This is the HP kit, so it's going to have this little weird intake looking thingamajig. Again, the pre-oiled filter came with a sticker, and this is the order receipt, which of course I'm not going to show you guys, and my RapidBike Race module. It's also for the Desert X. The instructions they give you are for the Desert X, but it should be relatively the same process for the 937. Now, here is where it gets a little tricky. Again, I'm no master tech. I'm pretty much doing everything, you know, by just by the looks of it. So if I remember correctly, the fairings here on the side, of course they are plastic. I think they do snap in somewhere down here. I'm hoping I don't have to remove, well, of course I'm going to have to remove this bolt, this little center cap right here, so that way I can wire everything up through under, and got to remove this guy as well. I might end up removing the rear seat thingamajig back over here. So yeah, I'll end up doing that. And for the fuel tank, I'll pop back on and let you guys know how I go about doing this. Alright, see you in a few. Alrighty, howdy everyone. Back again. Got the rear seat removed. Rear cowl thing, seat thing removed. A little storage bin removed. The tricky part about the storage bin, I do want to note, is so you have these 4 bolts right there that have the little torque markings on there. So that's for this whole plate to come off. These 2 are for the little locking nut thing for the seat to go in and lock in. Of course, you can see that little wire riding right up in through there, all the way in there. These 2 bolts, so this one right here, that one right there, those 2 are going to be to remove that. You can see where have little 2 knobs in there. Other thing RapidBike recommends is just go ahead and remove that negative terminal. It is a, what is it? A 8mm bolt on there. Other thing to note, almost all these, the nut from here to remove the rear seat, these 3 right here, they're pretty much the same. So if you do happen to like confuse them or, you know, mix them up, it should be okay. Another important thing to note is that USB port in there. You're gonna have the little connector here, so just carefully remove that up, and yeah, just get like a little sharp pin tool thing or something, and it should come right off. So that's that. Remove this, and now I'm gonna work on the tank. Alrighty everyone, I'm back. So got the what is it, the right side fairing. If you're sitting on the bike, the right side fairing out. You are going to have to remove the light assembly. So you are going to have 1 bolt here, 1 in here, over here, and here. Inside the light, there's 1 bolt right there. So when it's fixated up right about there, you're gonna have that bolt right in there. My bad. I should have recorded this before you know, did anything. But yeah, then you're gonna have that 1 little bolt up there. Right there. This is what it looks like. And then 2 Velcro straps. So nothing really, you know, pops in, clicks in aside from this bottom piece right here. This is what the fairing looks like. So there you go. Right there. That's a fairing. So yeah, you can see the little clip parts for the little turn signal part right over here to snap in to this fairing. So, and props to the Italians for, you know, keeping all these little bolts right here. Pretty much the same around for everything across. Another important thing to note is, let me see if I can grab some out of my pocket. There you go. You're gonna have some of these bad boys with the plastic washers on them. A quick, I guess, quick guide for it is anything that's pretty much like here, really anything that has like this little metal plate on it is going to be the part that has the washer. The previous owner before me, he routed this little quad lock charger thing through the bike, and I think some of them did get missing. I mean, honestly, it's not that big of a deal. The torques on these little bolts is nothing. A baby could probably undo them. So yeah, don't really worry too much about it. As long as you get it off, don't do anything forcefully. Just keep in mind you're going to have Velcro straps up here. The left side is, I believe, is just about the same. But if it's different, I'll come on and let you guys know. If not, then I'll just leave the part out. So as you can see, we got the fuel tank off. Now I have, you know, a slight predicament. I'm praying with all my hope that this contraption here does not slip or fall. Probably wondering, yo, why the hell are you doing this? Well, as you can see, well, not really see, but as you're about to see, if I can, shice. You can maybe see, actually, let me grab my phone and get the light on for you guys. Let's see here. Alright, can you see those two little hoses right there? Teeny weeny two little hoses? Yeah, I can't get those little crimps. I mean, the metal thing that's on there, I mean, that sucker's crimped on, and you cannot take that sumbitch out. And you know, with this thing being a fuel tank, I ain't gonna risk it, so I'm just leave it there. But yeah, I got the fuel tank off. I'm probably going to readjust this funky looking setup in just a second. But yeah, I'm gonna readjust this thing. I'm tackling the MWR first, the air filter. So you're gonna have two cables up here. They're kind of foolproof with how they are. It pretty much slides in like that. Goes. Let me see if I can see the camera real quick. It pretty much just slides in like that. You have two screws. Let me see if I can find them for you. You're gonna have two screws like this. All those silver screws that you see on here, these are not screws. These are just, I don't know, plates or something. All these silver screws that you see are pretty much the exact same ones, except I believe for those two screws in the center. They're not on the far edges, but on the center. Those two, I believe, are going to be different. So for those of you wondering, how the hell did I get these screws out? Well, I rigged up something. It is, I hope I didn't lose it. Aha, here we go. So this is a 1/4 inch drive, or 1/4 inch socket, and I used some plastic wrap with it, and the screws are a T20, Torx 20 bit, and I pretty much, you know, got it stuck in there pretty good, using a little adapter to a standard drive, 3/8 drive, and then yeah, pretty much go from there. Try to undo it the best I can, and yeah, at this point I'm just, you know, hoping for the best, and I don't drop anything. And I'm going to try to use one of these little swivel joints to get all the way back in there. You know, I'm hoping it works. If not, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, the fuel tank is pretty simple. you're gonna have a little plug down there for the fuel line right here. Simple snap-on type of thing. Nothing really crazy. I will say, make sure you are very low on fuel before you do this, or find a way to siphon some gas out, because you are going to get some fuel, like you can kind of see some of the spotting here. A little bit of fuel here and there, maybe on like 2 dots according to the dash. But yeah, again, make sure you undo that negative terminal. Yeah, and then after that, the fuel tank pretty much lifts straight up and out, and yeah, that's just about it. And another thing, make sure these grommets, you keep them, because I accidentally lost one, so that's kind of a bummer. I'm gonna have to find something to replace that, or actually, nope, I found it. It's on the ground down there. But yeah, so this is definitely going to take a lot of work, so be ready if you're not mechanically inclined. I do not recommend this, and it takes a lot of patience. I myself don't have patience, but I'm learning. So yeah, make sure you have patience, and you know, it'll all be fine. Yeah, I do have the MIV exhaust, the D-cat. I took the damn cat out. Thing was so heavy. But yeah, that's about it. I'll come back when I'm about to install the MWR over there, and yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Alright, so good news. I was able to get this thing out. I will show you guys what the MWR looks like. Give me just a second so I can just back it up. There we go. Alright, so by the looks of this thing, it seems to be 3D printed. But yeah, so you can see the difference right here. If I'm being 100% honest, if you know how to fabricate some things, you could quite honestly do this yourself and fabricate it yourself. So you could just honestly cut from here to here, straight down all the way through here. I don't trust myself with cutting, you know, OEM stuff, so I just, you know, went ahead and spent the money, and yeah, I got the MWR. Oil, the filter comes pre-oiled, that's good. But yeah, this is OEM, MWR, and let me show you another thing. So before I decided to get the MWR, I was looking at the Sprint filter, which honestly looks very similar to this this air filter. Apparently it's supposed to be, you know, a little bit more high flow, but I don't know. I order all my stuff from Bellissimoto. They do recommend you get the MWR stuff, so I'm like, okay, I'll take their word for it. So I got MWR, and yeah. Sprint, when I was looking at Sprint, they did recommend to take this plastic thingamajig out. So, with a better light this time around, sorry for the flickering, it sits in here like this with these little spiky things facing upward. Do be careful, because these things can really cut you. So what I used was one of these little needle thingamajigs, and yeah, use one of these needle looking things, and stabbed like 2 holes in there, and then after that I grabbed some pliers and ripped that son of a bitch out, and that's that. So inside, you know, you can see some of these velocity stacks in there, or the OEM velocity stacks, whatever you call it. Yeah, one over there. There's going to be another one down up near this way. I'm sure you can see that or not. But yeah, that's that. This screw over here, I think I might have lost it. I lost one of the screws back there somewhere. So yeah, that's going to be fun to find. But aside from that, looks like everything should be pretty much plug and play. I did so for the tools to use, I used this long ass extension, like I said before. I used Torx 20-bit, all those screws, used a little 1/4-inch socket, stuck that sucker in there, put some plastic wrap so that way, you know, it doesn't come out anytime soon. Use a little swivel socket, and then I used this, it looks like a 45-degree angle adapter, and that actually helped quite a lot. So now for this MWR one, what I plan to do is, to save some headache, I'm probably gonna tack some super glue somewhere around here on the outsides, stick it on, and it's not gonna go anywhere, because I mean, it's not gonna go anywhere. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and after that we're gonna move on to the RapidBike module. And luckily for RapidBike, it's all, you know, plug and play, nothing crazy. And after that, connect everything back together and take it for a spin. Alrighty, so I got the MWR filter in. Let me take the slide away real quick. So yeah, so my apologies for the flickering, but yeah, so these two cables right there plug into, of course, right there. MWR filters in, all the screws are back in, nice, snug, and tight. Got the little ECU plug right back on there. Now, it's this wiring harness from RapidBike. I am going to figure out how to do this. I mean, they gave me instructions. I'll see if I can link it below for you guys. But yeah, everything should be pretty much straightforward as far as install goes. It's just plug and play stuff. Hiding the wiring is going to be a little bit of a problem, but if I run into any problems, I'll keep you guys updated. But yeah, I'll come back, and if I run into any hiccups, I'll let you guys know. Alrighty, everyone, I am finally done with the install of my RapidBike Race module. In all honesty, it was a pain in the rear to install. However, there are a few things that you do need to know when you do install it. First off, these little nut bolt thingies right there, yeah, watch out, because as you can see, I broke one. So, I mean, I'm not gonna cry over this little thing. I think this part I could easily replace, because it's just latches on to like a little, probably some coolant hose or some thing over there. But yeah. So the toughest part of the RapidBike, at least the race module, is going to be the crank sensor, which is all the way down here, underneath the bike. As you can see, I have mine right over here. And I'm going to have a few more connectors over here, the O2 connectors. All those pain in the ass connectors are right here, right over here. So that's one thing to note. Aside from that, placing the module is going to be really tricky, because at least for me, I ran into the issue where the negative battery terminal wire for the race module, it's supposed to be wired to the negative terminal, which sits pretty much right over here. I mean, this is the exact spot, literally right underneath this cowl. I mean, it's 9:41. I'm tired as all hell, so I'm not gonna undo this. But yeah, I stuck the module all the way underneath here. Oh man, it's gonna be tough for you guys to see. See that little thing sticking out there, that's the RapidBike Race module. So, let's see if I can get you guys a better angle. Yeah. Kind of sitting right there. Yeah, right there. I know it's, you know, not the, you know, best spot, but, I mean, hey, it works, right? So yeah, I pretty much mounted it directly under the, what's it called? You have the seat, then underneath you have the storage. So underneath the storage compartment is where I put it. Aside from that, and breaking that, you know, that one little bolt thing, it's all right. When you start it up, I will warn you, it is going to be very shaky. I forgot to get that part on video. But yes, when you do start it, startup's going to be very shaky. You might feel like the engine's knocking a little bit, or a little bit of pinging, maybe a little bit of detonation here and there. But again, the module is self-learning, so it's going to learn on its own. But yeah, so even you turn it on. So when you first, let me do that again. When you first turn it on, what you'll see is like the ECU info all the way down here. When you first see that Ducati info, depending on how long you've had the negative terminal disconnected for, you're gonna, for me, I'm gonna have to set my time again and the date. But aside from that, everything pretty much works as normal. Gear shift works as normal. I haven't taken it out for a ride because, well, my tires need replacing, and on top of that, it's, well, kind of raining out there. You can't really see, but you know, it's raining out there. But yeah, the install was all right. If I had to do it again, would I do it? I could probably do it a little bit better. But yeah, so everything you will need to do is going to be pretty much on the left side of the bike. Everything on the right side is pretty much untouched. You are going to have to fiddle around with this coolant hose right here for some connectors. I did wire the crank sensor, the O2 sensor, the lambda sensor, what they call it. The module's over there, so I route the wire behind this little fairing, behind this one as well. So unscrew, there's a bolt up there, a little pin that kind of, you know, locks this guy in place. These two screws, right of the wire all the way down through here, behind this, I don't know what the hell this thing is, this little looking tube thing. And yeah, let me get you guys some lights. Yeah, so got that there, and yeah, routed it, and now we call it a night, and take it for a spin some other day, and hope, you know, she runs good. But yeah, also, if you guys do have any questions about how, you know, any hiccups you guys are experiencing, or what I did to you know, to get this install done, you know, shoot me, just leave a comment, and I'll try my best to respond. Give me at least like a week or so, and I'll respond to your comment. But I mean, for the most part, it was pretty easy. The handlebars are still a little crooked, but again, you know, this is my beater bike, so learning on this thing, my first bike, having some fun with it. So yeah, it's I love it. And you know, leave any comments if you have any questions about anything. So I'll leave my Instagram below. So I mean, I'm just starting this whole new YouTube journey, Instagram journey thing, especially for my bike. So yeah, leave a comment, give me a follow on Instagram if you'd like to, and if you need to, shoot me a DM on Instagram as well. I'll try my best to, you know, respond to everyone. But yeah, this is maybe America's first Ducati Monster 937 with the RapidBike RapidBike Race system and MWR HP Kit race. I don't too much to say. But anyways, y'all know the drill. See ya.